This is not an island. About 500,000 people live here. It has streets, cars, and traffic jams. But follow those streets as far as they go, and you still cannot drive to another major Peruvian city. To reach the rest of the country, people fly or travel by river. So why did a city this large grow deep in the Amazon beyond the national road network? Iquitos is recognized as the world's largest city with no connection to a major road network. That does not mean it has no roads. One highway runs south for about 100 kilometers to the town of Nauta. Then it stops. It never joins Peru's wider highway system. On a road map, Iquitos looks like a dead end, enclosed by enormous rivers and separated from the country around it. Now, remove the roads from the map and light up the rivers instead. The meaning of the map flips. For most of the city's history, the rivers were not walls. They were a transport network linking settlements across the Amazon and connecting them to distant markets. People and goods moved along the water long before highways became the standard. The river was the road. Iquitos began as a small mission settlement in the 18th century. Even by the middle of the 19th century, it was still modest. The decisive change was not a natural event, it was a political decision. Peru wanted a stronger presence in its distant Amazonian territory, where government and supply depended on river travel. In 1864, steamships and a naval installation arrived in Iquitos. Military, administrative, commercial, and port functions began to concentrate here. The settlement became a gateway through which the Peruvian state could enter and organize its Amazon region. Then global demand for rubber surged. Iquitos was already a river port and state outpost, so the boom did not create the city from nothing. It accelerated what was already there. People, capital, ships, and imported goods tied the city to international trade. But the wealth came with a human cost that cannot be treated as a footnote. Across the regional rubber economy, indigenous people were subjected to violence, coercion, and exploitation. The city's rapid growth and that suffering belong to the same history. The boom did not last. In the early 20th century, low-cost Southeast Asian plantation production expanded across Southeast Asia. That rubber undercut Amazon rubber in the world market, and the regional boom collapsed. By around 1919, Iquitos' rubber economy was largely exhausted. Yet Iquitos survived. The port still existed. Government offices still operated. Commercial relationships, buildings, and a settled population remained. Those assets kept Iquitos useful after rubber was gone. Later, a larger state presence, expanding trade, a university, and the oil cycle of the 1970s brought new migration and new activity. The city kept growing because each new layer was built on infrastructure and institutions left by the one before it. So how is a city of roughly 500,000 supplied today? Follow a single container leaving Lima. It first travels by road to a river port, usually Yurimaguas or Pucallpa. There, the cargo is transferred from truck to vessel. Only then does it continue by river to Iquitos. The system does not eliminate roads. It stitches a road journey and a river journey together. A 2021 official benchmark estimated about 7 days through Yurimaguas and about 9 through Pucallpa. Air travel provides another connection for passengers and some cargo. In 2024, Iquitos Airport handled roughly 1.04 million passenger movements. River, air, and roads to distant ports form one combined network. But a network built around transfers and shifting water conditions creates friction. Cargo must change modes. River levels vary with the seasons. Delays at one point can travel through the whole chain. And the river does more than sustain the city.
Iquitos' metropolitan plan estimates that about 30% of the population is exposed to recurring floods. In 2025, flooding in Belén affected residents and damaged homes. The water that connects Iquitos to the outside world also enters neighborhoods, reshapes shorelines, and makes parts of the city difficult to secure. The same geography produces both access and vulnerability.
Iquitos is not disconnected from the world. It is connected through a different network. On a road map, the city looks like a dead end. On a river map, it looks like a hub inside a vast Amazonian system. The river helped create the city, and the city still organizes daily life around the river. So, is Iquitos isolated or connected? The answer changes with the map you choose to see. Uncovering the wonders of a world shaped by geography. Life at the edge of the world. This time, we explored Iquitos, Peru.